I am not good at this. So, the Carey Chambers board this year is Sarah Lou Now is our president. Nathan Curtis is our vice president. Becky Lloyd is our secretary. Deirdre Christie is our treasurer, and Alita Davidson is on our board. The last year was challenging, but we made it through. So we were debating about our spotlight winner. So what we decided is our spotlight award winner goes to the Carey and Wyandotte County communities because they supported each other. There was unity during the challenges of 2020 and the pandemic. So we want to just say congratulations to the whole Carey and Wyandotte County communities. We worked together, we got through it, and it's been an amazing year. Now, if I can figure out how to do this, we're going to hear from Cindy from NOAC. All right. And how do you play this? Okay. Just let me know when I need to go to the next screen or whatever. I think it's playing.
It is on. It is not on slideshow, but we should, if you can't get it to that, will be okay.
Play. I hit play. I swear I hit play. There. Okay.
Perfect. Great. Well, I really appreciate it. Hopefully everybody can hear me. I did take myself off mute, which is the words of 2020. You're on mute, I think. Well, good morning, good evening, everyone. You can tell I've been at it for a while today. Thank you so much to Cassie and her team for putting together today's event, even though it's virtual. It's great. We're so glad that you're able to join us. And I appreciate that she gave me a few minutes to speak. For those that don't know me, my name is Cindy Holzheimer. I'm the president and CEO of the Northern Ohio Area Chambers of Commerce, and that is NOAC for short. So if you'll give me the slide, next slide. Perfect. Well, is this you these days? Do you feel like the money's just going out the window? It's just been such a crazy year. It's been hard to even save. Well, as you can see from the next slide, this is where we want to be. We want to have all the money coming in. We want to save money. So that's really what we all want to be able to do. Next slide. Well, we at NOAC want to help you do that. And what NOAC is, we're an association or a membership of chambers of commerce across Northern Ohio. We were formed in 1995 with just 3 chambers. And today we have grown to over 126 chambers. That represents over 40,000 local businesses across Northern Ohio. The Carey Chamber has some really great programs available for you to save money on your membership. This evening, I'm going to give you just a real quick brief overview of 2 of those savings programs available through your chamber on medical insurance premiums through Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield. The next slide. I only have a couple. The first one is our fully insured traditional or ACA plan, and it's called the Chamber Saver Plan. And this, you can see from the slide, it has a 1.4% savings on groups of 2 to 50 employees and 1% savings of 51 to 500. And it doesn't sound like a whole lot, but if you have 300 people on the plan, that 1% saving really does add up. There is a very wide array of plans to choose from, and there's extensive selection of providers, low in-network costs. They have really great ancillary benefits, which are your dental, vision, hearing, and all of that. To get a quote for this, all you're going to do is ask your medical insurance broker. If you're not currently working with a broker, contact Cassie at the chamber. She'll hook you up with a broker who can give you a quote. And as you can see from the next slide, this is our second plan, and it is also an Anthem plan. It is called the SACA Benefit Plan or MEWA plan, and it is a self-funded medical plan, and it's designed specifically for small companies 2 to 50. So it's definitely designed for small business. It has very competitive rates. The renewal for that is coming up in May, and we're actually on track to have even better rates for this year. It has those expanded wellness offerings, excuse me. It also has those really great ancillary products that we talked about before. For July of last year, we're now allowing in sole proprietors into this plan. So it's a really, really great opportunity for those who are sole proprietors and haven't been able to join a group plan. This will be a great opportunity for you. And new for this year, there's going to be 3 renewal dates, January, May, and September for those new broker or for those new accounts coming in. Again, just ask your medical insurance broker for a quote, or if you're not working with one, just ask Cassie. So from the last slide coming up, this is my contact information if you have any questions at all. I'm more than happy to help you. Cassie at the Chamber can help you as well. And that's actually all I have. Cassie, back to you.
Thank you so much, Cindy. All right, what do I have next? Okay, I've got a thing from Community Energy Advisors. If I know where I put it. I think it's this one. Yes, okay. Maybe. Come on, play. I'm sorry, guys. My little spinny thing is spinning. Aha!
Cassie, there's no sound on our end.
There's no sound.
No.
I can hear it and you can't. Good to know. Okay. Well, that was our Carey Energy program. Basically, what it is Kathy was telling us that you may not know what your rate is, so you should check out your rate. And she had one that was on 9 kilowatt hours, 9 cents, I don't know. And you can get it for like half of that. Now, this is AEP Electric and Columbia Gas is what they cover in this area. So if you have either of those, you can either contact Kathy or you can give it to me and I can scan it in, scanning your bills and send it to Kathy. And I know that at least 2 of the businesses in Carey saved over $300 for the whole year on just their Columbia Gas. So definitely worth it. All right, well, let's see if the video from the mayor works. Please work. All right, where did I put it? Okay. No. That is not, I know it went the wrong one.
Okay.
Yes.
If the sound doesn't work, Cassie, I have mine here. I can do it.
Okay. All right. Let me get out of Cindy's. There's yours.
I don't think it's working, Cassie.
Can you hear it?
Nope.
I see there's a button though for the microphone. Maybe hit that at the bottom left.
I think I had it all timed out, so it may not be working.
Okay.
Okay, so Cassie, if you just want to go through, I'll read what I have, and
Okay.
then when we post it online, everyone can hear it.
That works.
and it's more pretty format.
That's
So,
right.
welcome Village Council, Village staff, and Carey residents. We appreciate you taking your time to learn more about the village progress over the last year. We're all in this together. How many times have we heard this over the course of the last year? The COVID-19 pandemic swept through the world and our small town in 2020. And what seemed like the stuff of history books or a science fiction movie became reality for us all. So many things have had to change in the past year. We've had to adapt to things like social distancing, mask wearing, quarantining, shutdowns, and color-coded level maps for use other than for snow. I have learned over the last year on a very personal level that COVID is a very real and very scary threat. I have also learned that we have some of the most amazing people in our community that would do just about anything for their neighbors, and that in Carey, we really have been all in this together. Please allow me to give you a brief update on what we've been working on in the village throughout 2020. Our village council has remained stable in 2021 with members Dario Triano, Bob Steyer, Zach Wick, Chase Fletcher, Melissa Cole, and Anthony Fletcher. Mrs. Cole was selected as council president for 2021. Our village staff have gone above and beyond the call of duty this last year to ensure that our Village of Carey services continued throughout the pandemic. Our staff includes Village Administrator Nathan Curtis, Fiscal Officer Lori Ewing, Human Resources Michelle Fishbach, Police Department Chief Sean Taylor, Fire Department Chief Chad Snyder, Utility Department Head Tammy Oriens, Public Works Department Head Brian Spencer, Electric Department Head Jeremy Traxler, and Wastewater Department Head Jim Hunter. And we just want to thank all of our village employees for all the amazing work that they put in the last year. In 2020, we bid farewell to our longtime village administrator, Roy Johnson. Mr. Johnson was an employee of the Village of Carey for 30 years and administrator for 23 years. We wish to thank Mr. Johnson for his dedication and service to the Village of Carey and wish him the best in his retirement. Each of our village departments has had to transition their processes on the very leanest of budgets for 2020. Here are a few brief updates on the work in the last year. In 2020, the wastewater treatment plant treated 215,726,670 gallons of wastewater. The average daily flow was 591,032 gallons per day, with a maximum flow of 2.93 million gallons in one day in May. The daily flow average is down 244,000 gallons per day from last year, and our 3 village water wells produced 145,453,000 gallons of water in 2020. Sorry, that's a mouthful. A decrease of over 15 million gallons from last year. That's an average usage of 398,501 gallons per day, down 43,000 gallons per day over last year. In the last year, we had 50.4 inches of rain and 31.8 inches of snow. Last year, our Public Works Department planted 30 sunset maple trees around town. They completed 45 cemetery burials and 22 foundation installations. They changed our Grove Street dead end water line, and the downtown gazebo area received a new hydrant with the extension of an 8-inch water main, which hugely will improve the fire protection in that area. Road paving was completed in 6 different locations around town, along with $20,000 in utility patches. Our police department reported 210 total arrests in 2020, a decrease of 17%. There were 1,412 calls for service, a decrease of 22%. Our Wyandotte County Major Crimes Unit, where we have a detective, conducted investigations which led to 120 felony indictments. Our police canine officer Ace was deployed 40 times and had over 121 training hours. Our school resource officer continues to be stationed full-time in our public schools. Also, the Marks Radio project was completed between the police and fire department. Give me 1 second, I'll take a drink. In 2020, we continued the work on our major projects within the village. The Memorial Park splash pad planning began in 2019 and was slated to begin the project in 2020. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, however, we were not sure we would be able to secure all the grant money needed for this project. In partnership with Vaughn Industries, the Village of Carey began the infrastructure work on the project and planned to hold off on the completion until additional funding was secured. But from there, our community stepped up in a big way to help us complete this project, and we were able to officially open the splash pad at the end of last summer. We wish to give a big thank you to all of our generous donors that made this project possible. As you can see, here is a list of our major donors: Vaughn Industries, National Lime and Stone, Carey Paparello, 5 Star Maintenance and Construction, Wyandotte Industries, Bose Goshi Incorporated, Charlie Hayward and Family, Premier Bank, Edgar Jones, Mid-Ohio Housing Solutions, Seneca Foam and Encapsulation, and Vulcan Industries. And then we had structure-specific sponsors on the next slide, Cassie. Sorry, move you guys over, I can't see those. The butterfly was by the Wick family. The Critter Canyon was donated by the Kiwanis Club. The Flower Shower by Adam and Sherry Myers. The Ladybug by Cole Trucking. The Tree and Frog by Tim Vaughn in honor of Grady and Emmett Fleece. The Turtle by the Gretzinger family, and the Umbrella by Ashcraft Tree Service. Our Safe Routes to Schools, the pre-work was completed last year for our Safe Routes to Schools project and included the removal and rebuilding of Memorial Park Boulevard, which I believe I discussed last year. But the full Safe Routes to Schools project for the sidewalk construction will officially begin this year. In July 2019, ground was broken on the new wastewater treatment facility. This facility has replaced our 100-year-old plant and does allow the village to complete the EPA-required testing. The total cost of this project has been budgeted for $14.1 million. The village had saved nearly $4.8 million and therefore was able to take a loan for only the cost of construction, which was about $10 million. Construction is ahead of schedule and expected to be completed by February. The picture on the left is the wastewater treatment facility nearing completion, while the 2 photos on the right were at the beginning of the project. Planning for the next phase of the downtown culvert project also continued in 2020. The culvert project began with the replacement of the culvert behind Dorcas Carey Public Library. The next phase of the project will be a smaller section in the parking lot of Hometown Marketplace. The bid opening for this project was held January 6th. Additional phases will include sections behind the VFW and the largest section, which will run down South Street. The Village of Carey has funds available to complete the next phase of the project, but will be seeking funding assistance for the remaining 2 phases. This picture shows the current conditions and concerns of our culvert. The Village of Carey has 2 bridges that were needing immediate attention, and those included the Aug Street and Toledo Street bridges. The Aug Street Bridge was replaced in 2020 and is fully operational at this time. The photo to the left shows the bridge before construction, and the photo on the right shows the bridge after its completion. Even in the light of the difficult year we have endured, we continue to be proactive and look to the future of our community. We would like to share with you some of our major projects we're planning in the near future.
Sorry.
That's okay. In 2019, the Village of Carey began the planning process for renovations at Memorial Park. We envision a destination park with a splash pad, all abilities play space, and a fully renovated swimming pool. With the completion of our Phase 1 splash pad, We'll begin the planning for phase 2 this year, which is the All Abilities Playground. This rendering shows the plans for each phase of the project and the anticipated year of completion. We look forward to continuing our community partnerships on this project to better the parks in our community. As stated previously, there were 2 bridges that required our immediate attention. With the Aug Street Bridge reaching completion in 2020, we will now turn our attention to the Toledo Street Bridge. In a recent assessment by the Richland County engineers, the Toledo Street Bridge was determined to have a number of beams that are in need of replacement. Therefore, this bridge will be the next up for construction. In 2019, American Electric Power determined the need for a $24 million upgrade to our metering on both delivery points, including the Aug Street substation and the West Crawford switch on County Road 96. These electrical upgrades will provide more system redundancy to support our overall electric system. The land for this project has been purchased by AEP and the facility agreements have been completed. The anticipated start time for this project will be 2022 and with completion in 2023. The Village of Carey portion of this project will be approximately $500,000, which will be tied into our monthly payment to AEP. The Village of Carey will be starting to rebuild our Aug Street substation in 2021. This project will cost approximately $3.2 million and will be paid directly from the electric department funds, so no loan will be necessary for the project. Okay, you can skip on that. Thank you. The Village of Carey endured a financial crisis in 2020 with the COVID-19 pandemic. The village lost revenue from March through May when many businesses were forced to shut down. We asked village department heads to halt any optional projects and only make purchases that were absolutely necessary during that time. As you can see, the treasury balance at the end of 2020 was $11,509,265, which is down less than 1% from 2019. The general fund balance at the end of 2020 was $449,332, which is an increase of just over $30,000 from the last year. To note, the Village of Carey received over $344,000 in COVID relief funding to help replace that lost revenue from the business closures. In 2021, our Finance Committee is working hard on the budget to secure again a 3-month reserve in each fund to keep the village as prepared as possible for any financial crisis such as the one we experienced in 2020. The Village of Carey debt currently stands at approximately $17.89 million, which is up from $17.4 million last year. We would like again to note that nearly $15.4 million of the current debt is held in just 2 projects, the wastewater treatment plant and our electrical upgrade project. Our total yearly payments on our outstanding debt is $952,592. Remember that the Village of Carey joined the Treasurer of Ohio in providing fiscal transparency through the Ohio Checkbook Initiative. You can always review our village financial information at www.ohiocheckbook.com. This year, Casey's General Store was opened in the Sheridan subdivision. Additionally, the Village of Carey has had a number of small businesses start in 2020. These small businesses include Limitless Nutrition, who opened their doors in December 2020 and is located in the Shrine Cafeteria. They provide a positive, friendly atmosphere, serving delicious shakes and energy teas as an alternative to fast food. Sweet Pea Chiropractic is a family wellness practice with a focus on infertility, prenatal, pregnancy, and pediatrics. Sweet Pea Chiropractic is located in downtown Carey. The Carey Brewing Station opened in 2020 and is a community focal point where people can enjoy libations in a comfortable taproom environment. The brewery environment allows for gathering and interaction with attractions like live music, sports, and weekly events. The Coffee Shop, which I'm a little partial to, opened in December 2020 and is located in the Heck Building in downtown Carey. Serving Beacon House coffee, the coffee shop provides a variety of coffee beverages and non-coffee beverages such as tea, hot chocolate, and smoothies. We thank Casey's Limitless Nutrition, Carey Brewing Station, Sweet Pea Chiropractic, and the coffee shop for choosing the Village of Carey. As you can see, the Village of Carey was able to work through the global COVID pandemic and continue moving forward to better our community. This is a testament to the heart of a small town. We all know that by joining together, we can make it through just about anything and come out better on the other side, and this year was no exception. We thank you all so much for your time, and we look forward to a very normal 2021.
Thank you, Jen.
Okay.
So you can tell I'm still not very clueful on this for the videos. Since I could hear it, I thought everybody could. So there we go. All right. We had a lot of new members join the Carey Chamber this year. And play. All right. New members. Bright Minds Learning Center is a preschool and early development. Carey Brewing Station. Casey's General Store. Sweet Pea Chiropractic. And where are my other ones? Yay. Okay. This is fun. I think it ate half of my things. Okay, let me go down my list. Bright Minds Learning Center, Carey Brewing Station, Casey's General Store, Sweet Pea Chiropractic, Heritage House Salon, the Mad Canadian Food Truck, Wagler Badenhop, Brody Wagon Food Truck, which is owned by Psalms, and Perennial Landscape and Design. So those were the new Carey Chamber members for 2020. Here's what we did. Some of the pictures that you're going to see are exactly the same as the mayor's. And yes, I was busier than you thought, but I did have a couple months where I wasn't doing anything. So we had our annual dinner, and I think a lot of you were there at Moreno's. And our award winners were Deidre Christie and First Citizens National Bank and the Fredericks. I also, in February, went to the art connection auction, which was awesome. Also, the American Legion had their 100th anniversary dinner, which was the day before everything shut down. But it was really good. And then, of course, since we had to do stuff differently for the seniors, the Carey seniors had a parade through Carey. Also, I wanted to mention the Carey t-shirts to benefit Carey businesses. That's what they look like. And I want to thank everybody who purchased them and the businesses that got the rewards. Emma Wagner was our scholarship winner this year. Since we couldn't do it live, I just put the ad in. The Wyandotte County Historical Society got their front doors refurbished by the descendants of the McConnells. So that was exciting because they were warped and they got them totally refurbished and they look really, really good. Splinters, we had a ribbon cutting for the patio for Splinters. Trish, and I were there. So that was fun. That was like the first thing I did. Well, the museum and this were the first things I did after we were allowed out of the houses. United Way gave us masks, so thank you, United Way, for giving us masks. They are all gone now. Casey's General Store did have a ribbon cutting and a grand opening, kinda, and we did have a nice crowd come. And the Carey Business Expo, which was our Carey Business showcase that usually is out at Waterworks Park the day before Carey Fest, we moved it uptown since Carey Fest didn't happen, and a lot of people actually showed up. Most of them did wear their masks. Um, there were a few that didn't, but United Way was giving out masks and I was giving out masks. I think somebody else was giving out masks. So we all tried to be safe and everybody spaced out in family groups. So it worked out really, really well. And I want to thank everybody who participated at the event. I was very excited about it. Sweets on the Street is a food truck that's based in Upper Sandusky, and I helped with the ribbon cutting for that. Bright Minds, ribbon cutting and open house. We had a few people there. Indian Mill had its 200th anniversary of the grist mill part of the open house. And I ended up taking a video there, but I did learn how to get a still from that. Sweet Pea Chiropractic also had a ribbon cutting and open house. And the Bright Minds, Indian Mill, and Sweet Pea were all the same weekend. Hometown Market finally had a ribbon cutting in October and an open house. We did a ribbon cutting and then they were serving hot dogs and different things. And Sheriff Hutzel was cooking the hot dogs. So we want to thank him for that. The Gowanus had a different thing on their trunk or treat, and I only got a picture of myself because, once again, videos. I've been doing a lot of video vlogging on Facebook. Carey Brewing Station had open house and ribbon cutting, and it turned out pretty well. And everybody is eating, so that's why they don't have their masks on. And then a week or so later, we had the ribbon cutting. Carey trick or treat, once again, I only got a picture of myself, but it happened. Carey Bids for Business. This was new this year. We had a lot of different people donate, and I say donate in a quotations because it turned out really well. We raised $1,608 for local businesses and nonprofits. And this is just a few of the items that were up for auction. And I had fun handing everybody checks so that we could support all these businesses and nonprofits. Oops. Fantasia Lights, we changed our display a little bit, but it's mostly the same as what we've had. We got a new snowman. Christmas in Carey, totally different this year, but we had over 500 people go through, and Carey Kiwanis sponsored a light contest to see who had the best lights in and around Carey. And it turned out really well. We had different displays. that were at the school and you drove through the school to see what different displays were. The Cub Scouts helped us set up the gazebo and decorate the gazebo. I try to encourage that every year. Back to the school on Christmas and Carey.
Hey, Cassie. Here,
Yes,
if
Yeah.
you are you if you're sharing something, we can't see it.
you can't see these?
No, I don't know if maybe you can stop share and start it again. Maybe we can see it. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you.
Okay, sorry.
No, you're fine. I just wanted, it's kind of going in the chat box. Nobody can see it. So, and I didn't want it to go to
Ah.
waste. Really great pictures.
Yeah, I was almost done too. So,
There you go. Better.
okay. Well, I don't know how, because I was playing. If I do this, can you see it? And it won't let me do it. Okay, I don't know. Okay, so those were all the pictures I was trying to show you. And we did have Santa and Mrs. Claus at the end. This is amazing. Why is it not working? Anywho, so I want to thank everybody that helped sponsor all of our events this year because I thought they turned out really, really well. And I am thankful for the community to help us with all of those things. So my question is, if I bring up the next slideshow, will it work or can you not see it? Did you see the other one with the new members, Cindy? No. Then I will just read them. Okay, our events for this next year. I make these slideshows and they don't work. April 21st is our 2021 Professional Women's Luncheon, and we're going to do it a little bit differently this year. We are going to have a drive-in experience. So we're going to have it in the back of Christ Lutheran Church. You pull in, you get your lunch delivered to you in your bag of goodies, and then the Ohio Attorney General's office is going to talk to us about um, human trafficking. So it's going to be an interesting topic, but we're still going to have the fun of the food and the bag full of goodies, which I know that's what most women come for. In on June 11th, we're having a food truck and sidewalk sales day. What this is this is the weekend that we usually have um, our community garage sales. So people are going to be out and about anyway. So we're going to have our food trucks. And then if you do want to have a sidewalk sale in front of your business, or if you're not uptown, I will find you space to set up to hand out your information or sell something. Or if you know a home vendor, have them get in contact with me. Always happy to help our home vendors. June 15th is our bicycle safety rodeo. And I'm really hoping we can have it this year because I really missed having it last year, especially with the safe routes to school um, being done at the end of this year. That way the kids can ride to school safely and they know how to. That's what the purpose of this is. Also, they will have helmets that fit them and not just hand-me-down helmets. And if they've cracked their helmets, they definitely need new ones. July 18th is going to be our summer scholarship fundraiser. It's in the works. We don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to do something. August 5th is going to be this year's Carey Business Expo. Hopefully we will have it at Waterworks Park again, and hopefully we have Carey Fest on the 6th and the 7th. So I have already got a commitment from at least one of our food trucks, which is the Mad Canadian. Yes, barbecue. So this year we are going to have food out at the Carey Business Expo, which I know has always been one of those things that we needed more of. The Lois Kurtz annual scholarship fundraiser this year is going to be on October 10th. Still in the planning works. The 2021 Carey Bids for Business auction is going to start October 22nd, and the auction will be on November 12th. That way it's in time for Christmas shopping, and hopefully we do as well or better this year as we did last year. And then Christmas in Carey this year is always the first Friday of December, and it's going to be December 3rd. Are we going to have it uptown? Are we going to have it at the school? We don't know. We're hoping for uptown. That way all the businesses uptown get the business this year. So that's what we're planning on. We'll see what happens. All right. Well, thank you all for coming. I don't know why you could see some of the pictures and then you couldn't see any of the other ones. I'm looking at the comments now. So I couldn't see the comments while I was screen sharing. Sorry. But I will put everything out there on. I'm going to try to get it on YouTube tomorrow and see if I can get everything. We'll see. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight, and I hope you all have the good rest of your night, and I hope everybody has a great year this year for 2021. If you need anything, whether it's Bureau of Workers Comp, healthcare, savings on your gas or electric, anything at all, just give me a call or email me, and I will get back to you as soon as I can with the answers. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Jen. And thank you, Kathy, for presenting, even though it didn't want to go through. I don't know why. Have a great day.